Hello everyone, my name is Amigan71, and welcome to Uplink, a rather old game. I think it's about a decade old, actually. So yeah, it was a real joy setting this up to record. Oh, just kidding, it wasn't. It was very tedious, but I got it, so bear with me if I have trouble reading anything, because I actually had to minimize the window. Well, not minimize, well, I can't play with it maximized. So, yeah, that's fun. Always fun. But thankfully, OBS is there to save the day. Or OBS. So this is a game about hacking, if you didn't already know. I don't think it was very successful when it came out, but I don't remember when it released on Steam. Been like a few years, I think, but it's a pretty good game. It's a lot of Hollywood hacking, so don't come in expecting to be, it's gonna pause. Don't think it's like Hacknet or something. That's a much more, I don't know if realistic is the right word, but it's a lot more less Hollywood, where in this game you click on something and it hacks it number by number, digit by digit, which is not realistic at all. But anyway, we're gonna get right into it. So I skipped the tutorial because I've done that and it's very boring. Don't care about that. This is our mission. These little contracts, whatever. This is our mission. We have to gain access to the Uplink test machine by breaking the outer security layer, access the file server, target the target file, which is uplink data, test data. Can't be seen doing it, and we have to return the data to this email, which we'll hit reply and then attach a file. We don't have it yet. So this is the world map. I've chosen to be located in London. Well, I think it's just called England. I don't remember, but doesn't really matter. So basically these are access points where I can log into. Now, very critical. As an agent of this imaginary company, what's it called? Well, the company's called Uplink. You are issued a gateway computer. This one runs at 60 gigahertz. Oh my. We got 1 gigaquad of bandwidth, 24 gigaquads of memory capacity. Now, a gigaquad is just a makeup memory size. I don't know, think of it as a gigabyte, think of it as a megabyte, doesn't matter. But this is our memory bank. Each of these is a gigaquad, and all of your things do take up storage. So we start with 24 gigaquads. The tutorial is loaded onto our memory banks, as well as a deleter function and a copier function. Just real quickly, some of the other windows. This is our status. So right now we are a registered agent. We are grade 16. Our neuromancer, which is like if you do things like ruin people's lives, which you can do in the game, that goes in a negative direction. You don't want that, because then people will hate you, and I think you can like they won't give you any jobs. Essentially, your rating is basically how good of a hacker you are, and you can have criminal things. If you get caught doing minor hacking, they'll fine you. If you get caught, say, ripping off a bank, which you can also do, you will just have a black screen that says you've been terminated from the company. You won't actually get put in jail, but basically the company that you work for gets the hack traced back to them, and they kick you out. And then our mail tab, money tab, pretty straightforward. This is the important stuff. all of our software. Right now, all we have is a file deleter and a file copier, but you can have all these different things. I guess we've also got a tutorial. First thing we're going to do is open up our file deleter, go to our memory banks, and delete the tutorial because it takes up space and we don't need it. And something else to show you is this is our computer. It has a power supply, a modem, CPU, and all of these memory slots. We start with 3 sets of 8 gigaquads. This can be upgraded as well as all of the individual components except for the power supply, because who cares? Eventually we will get a better CPU, so we're just going to dial in. I should have explained that better. These are all of our connections that we have access to. All of our different IP addresses that we can connect to. This is just the list. There are many more than this, but this is just the ones that we have stored. We can remove them from the list. Don't want to do that right now. We can also change the way they appear on the map. So I'm going to change these two. This is white, this is orange. I don't know what the symbols represent, but they just change colors. And green on the map is the current target of a mission. Or you can just have them not appear at all. So we're gonna Uplink the Uplink Internal Services System is who we work for. Yes, that's my password. Not very secure, I don't think. That's kind of the Hollywood-esque. You don't have to memorize that kind of thing. There are some things. I have a note pad and a pen. You will need to write things down if you want to have it easier, make it easier on yourself. So we're just, here's the news. Different things happen. The time is running, so that's unfortunate, but it doesn't matter. Just different things that happen. It doesn't really matter. Some missions you can't complete until what you did is made known in the news. I don't really understand because other missions, well, you'll see later. This is our mission screen. We don't have any rating because we haven't passed our basic intro test. Software. These are all the different softwares in the game. I'm not going to go over them right now, but we will eventually. Hardware. So this is where you can upgrade your hardware. Processors. We can go all the way up to 200 gigahertz on a single CPU. Smoking right there. Yeah, that's very expensive, so we won't do that yet. Memory, you can upgrade your memory. Security, this is mostly, there's a campaign mode where you have actual story missions. I haven't ever done that, but it's an option, and basically you set the stuff up to where someone opens the door to get to your computer, they blow everything up. Modems, yeah, boring. The cool part is the gateway upgrades. This is our beginner gateway computer, and you can just like 2 CPUs, 1 CPU, and a bunch of extra memory. And you got all these different things. Pretty much the best one, in my opinion. There's 2 that are the best. This one is a good middle of the road, and I suspect if you're playing the storyline, these you can't see it from here, but these little squares here are security ports, or whatever you want to call them. So that might be good if you're playing the storyline. But you've only got 8 CPUs and 16 possible memory slots, versus this one is a step down. You've got a lot more access to CPUs. You got 16 CPU slots, so you could have a lot of processing power, but you have very little memory and only 1 security portal. Oops. This one is the one I've used. This is the one I've gotten the furthest on until I got caught. Much more memory and 3 CPU slots. I think it's a good compromise. But maybe not. I don't know. I did this because there's a lot of missions where you have to copy a file onto your memory, and you have to have enough memory to actually copy it over. And later game, the software takes up a lot of memory, so It's just a balancing act. We'll get to that later, though. So rankings, these, I am 98. I don't believe these are actual people. I think they're just made up people, but well, I know that for a fact because this guy was up here in my last run. So there actually is a thing. Help is help. What am I thinking of? This. There's an IRC client. This probably worked, 9 years ago. Probably doesn't work anymore. You could communicate with other people playing the game in the game, which is pretty neat. I assume. I never did it. But right now we're gonna buy some software. So I've got 3,000, generic credits in my bank account. To do the first mission, we need a few things. We need a trace tracker. This is where you get the Hollywood-esque stuff. It just lets you know if you're being traced. And the best version tells you how long you have before the trace is complete. Pretty much every piece of software, well, a lot of them are upgradable, but you want to have the best version, if possible. Because we have such limited funds, and it doesn't really matter right now, I'm going to take the step up version, because this version basically just says you're being traced and kind of beeps at you every once in a while. Pretty useless. This one, at least, I believe, gives you a percentage. Yeah. We're going to purchase that. Obviously, that will deduct from our balance here. We're going to need a password breaker. There's only one version of password breakers. We're going to need that. And a log deleter. I'll show you what this means later, but basically you're just making it to where they can't tell that you were ever here. And we're just going to buy the basic version of that for now. So we're going to log off from that. Now, here's where things... here's where the game starts. So you click on things to access them. But you can also create a chain access web or whatever you want to call it. They kind of have to hold your hand at the beginning. You might have a little bit of a chicken and the egg problem if they didn't do it this way, but this server called Internic, we'll just connect to it directly, which is usually a very bad thing, but the nature of this server makes it to where it's possible. If you connect to anything directly, they will trace you very quickly, and there's no way to hide yourself. But if you click to Internic and go to admin, oh, well, by the way, this is all the different possible IP addresses and just things you can connect to in the game, which is filterable if you want. We're going to go to admin, and here's where we're going to break our first password. We're going to go into crackers and the password breaker. This is the Hollywood thing. We're just going to do that. Click on there and it starts cracking the password. Now we're also going to do security and hit trace tracker. This is the important thing. This server, in its nature, will never begin tracing you. It also never resets its passwords, so that's why it's good for beginners. Now, if we wanted to delete if we wanted to hide the fact that we were in this system, we would delete these logs. We don't need to delete those yet, but yeah. So we're just gonna disconnect for now and actually move on to the mission. So we want to connect to internet because as we connect up to things like this and terminate our connection into the Uplink test machine, we can save our current layout so we don't have to do all this clicking again, and we can technically zoom, but that's useless. So we want to connect to internet first because we connect through all these access points and they won't actually prosecute us if we get caught, so we wouldn't really have to do it this way, but you want to. This way, because they never change their password, it's very easy to just break back in and delete all your logs. If you were to log in to like here, after so many uses, this become, well, they changed the password. So you wouldn't be able to use it. So, yeah, that's what I mean by chicken and the egg problem. We're just going to connect. So, yeah, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to spend time reading it because it's too small for me. Start at the test. So, they're not going to start tracing us until we start cracking the password. And we can use these little buttons to increase the CPU power that we are allowing each program to use. There's really no downside to limiting how much the trace tracker uses. Once you go all the way down, then it just stops working. So we're going to access the server, go to access file server, and look at our mission. We have to take the uplink test data file. We're going to load it up on memory banks, go to file utilities and file copier, and there's the test data. We're going to click on that file, make things a little bit quicker. If this gets to 50%, well, if it gets to 100%, we have a problem. If it gets to 50%, they will change the password automatically. It won't catch you, but so we have to log back onto internet. Sorry, I just ran through that. It's just instinct. I'm going to do a log deleter. Now, the only ones we have to do, really, are the routing connections. Because basically how things work. And we're just going to finish up our thing right here. We're going to reply, file, test data, and send it. The way the things work, they're basically just saying we're beginner rank now. So essentially how things work, I'm just going to pause. When you connect from internet to another server, to another access point from here to here, they only know that you went from here to here. Unless they hack into the server, and then they'll look at the logs and say, oh, you went from here to here to here. It just takes some time. But if you get rid of the log, they'll just say, oh, you went to here, and then we don't know. So that's that. Yep, so that's the first mission. It's fairly straightforward, but I just wanted to give you guys a good sense of what was going on. So, oh, that's not what I meant. We're going to delete test machine. Oh, I hate you. Okay. Now, I am personally going to disable all these other access points because they don't matter at the moment. We're going to go to the internal thing. It's not international. I don't know why I keep saying that. We need money. So this is the mission screen. It's now populated. I hate the ones where you have to copy files. So we're not going to do any of those because it's just so much limited space. While I'm at it, I'm just going to delete that. It's just frustrating, and it takes a lot longer usually. Sometimes they want you to copy like everything. But sometimes files we will do. Now, he's willing to pay 1,700 credits. But if we go to this screen, we can sometimes say, like, I want half the money now. Okay. I want more money. No, we're not good enough, so whatever. But now we have more money. This is what you do at the beginning of the game. At least that's what I do. Sometimes they don't, but generally speaking, it's something that they'll do. We're not going to steal or get into any mainframe things. At least not yet. That's too much for our poor CPU to handle. So this one, want half the money. Most of them will not give me more, but doesn't hurt to try. Oh, this is so hard to do. Oh, okay, we have a few missions now, and we have a few more dollars as well. 2,000. I don't remember if I can get what I want. I would like a full upgrade. Yes, $2,500. That's what I thought. I like the full trace tracker. So we'll just do some missions until we can get there. So now that we have missions to do, they are highlighted in green. guess probably Evolution Industries. Yep, 2 of them come in the same spot. Okay, well, we'll just start with those. So they just basically want us to hack into this place and delete some files. Okay, so we're gonna load up our pre-configured setup here. That's fine. The other thing, I'm gonna hack into this evolution. So you can route through all these places, and that will slow down the trace time, but not very much. In order to get a good amount of slowdown, you have to hack, like usually an internal services machine is the best, and you hack into there, and you get the password to an admin account, and then it takes them much longer to find you. But we're just gonna hack into this really quickly. Proceed, file server. What did they want destroyed? They wanted 67933. 67933. What did the other one want? They wanted 41587. Okay, there we go. If that gets to 100, they will find you. But see how I should have. I'm blazing through this too fast because it's just, I've been playing for a little while and this comes natural. So we're gonna delete our routing things. All we have to do. Anything that has a different IP address other than ours, we need to get rid of. That's not what I meant. We'll disconnect. Reply. Thank you. We've upgraded to novice rank. So now we can get the better trace tracker, which, in my opinion, I haven't played a whole lot of the game, but I think that's the best thing to get right off the bat. So we want to go and get rid of our old trace tracker version 2. Let's get rid of it because we have version 4 now. Hip hip hooray! So now we have to log into Strategic Corporation International Services. So you'll notice it didn't save this access point over here. You can do it manually. And it also didn't save our password. That's because I let the trace get to about 50% of the way through. And then they will disable your password and you'll have to hack into the game again. I'm gonna hack into them again. Because why not? See, it still saves the password, but if I was to try to input that, it would say it's invalid. The nice thing is with these, all you have to do is get the password and then you can disconnect. So we'll never get to 50%. And we'll be able to cut our hacking time in half. Now, I'm kind of paranoid at the beginning of the game, so I'm going to make sure and delete all these logs. Eventually, I don't really care as much, but so I need to pay attention. So I'm going to load up our default config here, and I'm just going to show you the difference. So I'm going to try to hack into this. And we'll go ahead and start hacking. Now, look at how fast we're being traced. It's not an issue, but we're being traced fairly rapidly. Speaking of which, why is... I never restarted the trace tracker, so it wasn't showing a very good... it wasn't showing the right thing. Now it shows seconds, so about 38 seconds is how long it would take normally. But we're going to load this up and program this into our default set it bigger. Now we're gonna connect, and we'll go ahead and save that as well because I will be using it anyway. Now it's taking 50 seconds, so we added about more than 10 seconds to our trace time, which is helpful. So what did they want deleted? 872. Oh, this is hard to read. There we go. And yeah, lost our username and password, which is fine. I hope that music isn't too loud. Maybe change. You can't change the volume of the music. But I can change. How loud it is for you. A little bit to like there. Hopefully that's a bit better. I don't know. I hate games that don't have all their audio. What is it? Just all the audio is peak volume of the same. I can't stand it. Because when the song this started up, it wasn't this loud. So I am going to re-hack into that just so I can have the password. See, invalid. We'll fix that right up. If you think this is all going very quickly, don't worry. It won't be that way for long. Late game is very tedious. It is borderline just annoying. So as you can see, I guess I didn't explain this at all. So access points that have nothing around them are just access points. Access points that have these little dots are access points that we have some kind of password for that is not an admin password or administrator password. Like in this case, this is my password for the system, but I'm not an admin. Admin passwords and usernames have this box. So just an FYI. We will now connect to international services. Internal. I keep wanting to say international. And direct linking to Uplink isn't an issue unless you're trying to hack Uplink for whatever reason. I haven't tried that. I don't even have the option to, so probably wouldn't end well. So we can generate a university degree. That sounds fun. Show you how that works. Nope. I'll do all this academic stuff. It's pretty simple. And it's all in the same system, so it's always a plus. Yep. I think these are all academic. Yep. The International Academic Database. How much money do we have? 5,000. Could upgrade our processor. That'd be nice. Trying to think. I'll hang on to that because we might need another piece of software to do this. I don't remember, so we'll just wing it. We might need a proxy disable. I don't think so. I think that's only for the criminal database. But basically, it's a program that won't let you It won't let you change file names and stuff. But see here, they have really bad tracking software apparently, and about 300 seconds. So we got about 150 seconds, a little bit less, to do this if we want to retain our password without rehacking. So we're going to search records, bring up this, and find Richard Timms. So basically we are going to generate a degree in mechanical engineering for this guy. So graduate qualifications, mechanical engineering class 1. It's basically just the best of the best. Yeah, we don't need a proxy for that. I didn't think so, but it's kind of better to be safe than sorry. So we're just gonna submit these for money as we go. Oh, why did it do that? Paul Ward. Let's check out our money. Oh yeah, 2,500 credits. So this guy, he just needs a first class degree. So we'll just make this a class 1 degree. This is fraud, by the way. Well, I guess you'd classify this as fraud. You're basically saying, yeah, I definitely did that, or making it appear that someone else did. Benjamin Nouvelle. So yeah, you can also ruin people's lives. Basically, you can change it from a class 1 to a class 3, or just delete it altogether, and they'll be screwed. So they require a degree in philosophy. Sounds good. And one more. We aren't gonna. Yeah, we already passed the point of no return. So, oh well, we're definitely gonna. Oh, that's the wrong button. And there. Nope, that's not. Daner. That's a weird word. That's a weird name, you gotta say. So he needs computing class 1. I'm gonna give you A plus certification, my friend. And that's a wrap. Yeah, we get kicked out and stuff because we passed 150 minutes or seconds. But who cares? We have 13,000 credits now. See, that was pretty simple. The first time I played this game, oh boy, it didn't take long to get caught. And it was very tedious learning curve. Oh, I made some very bad mistakes. Got caught, and then I couldn't get any more missions, and I was about broke. And just a lot of other really bad things. So now, it's actually time to end the video. So, I hope you guys are enjoying this. It's just a look. We're probably going to play to the end, or at least until I get caught. Because I enjoy it. So, hope you guys are enjoying, and have a good one.